How are yous, lads? Welcome back to the channel and back to a new episode of our Crusader Kings 3 playthrough or campaign, whatever. So, episode 3. In episode 2, you'll recall that we conquered a bunch of territory from the High Kingdom of Meath. Slash the High Kingdom of Ireland. So the Duchy of Meath, we conquered a bunch of southern Neil territory and northern Neil territory, Tyrone and Meath itself. The crown of Tara is now upon our head, as you can see, and then we also formed the beautiful, blessed, absolutely divine Kingdom of Ulster, or the Duchy of Ulster. But anyways, this episode we're going to focus on just reuniting Ulster, maybe doing some other stuff and whatnot, and all that good fun shit. So let's have a look at the current situation. We're going to remove that fabric. Well, remove it. One thing I have to focus on is control in our counties, because that's a lot of red, as you can see. It's not good. So we're gonna have to wait 8 years for that shit to happen. Fine. We can create Connacht. Don't care. We can declare an unholy amount of wars. Wonderful. Chieftain Fullscreen is demanding spots in our friggin' council here, but sadly that is something that I am not capable of doing. So he's gonna have to wait. We might actually sway him, I don't know, but he's doing wonderful work for us in the armies thus far. Right, so our army situation, speaking of, is in a poor state, so we're gonna have to wait for that to replenish itself. Now, straight up, we've got a new intrigue perk. We're going to go down the schemer route. So swift execution is going to enable us to do some murder scheme power, which is grand. That's really useful. A lot of murders down the road and whatnot. We may as well actually just do some raiding in Arguilla territory. I don't know how many men they have though. Hang on, let me close my Discord. Don't know why that's pinging me. There we are. Right, so the Arguilla have 200 men. That's an easy raid. So we're gonna go in there and teach them not to mess. Wait, I don't think they ever mess with us. Who cares? We're Irish. Let's raid them anyways. Get in there, boys. Oh, looks like we're being raided ourselves. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to set my man to raiding. Funnily enough. So, Donegal, praise St. Bridge. Bertha has given birth to a perfect wee son. Who will you become, my child? And what shall I call you? Can Flaylod. It's a nice name. Alright. We'll go with that one. Let's go rescue the Arguilla and then raid them. Lovely. Are we part of this? I think so, right? No. We did not raid that. How do you like the stew, my lord? Mixed in with pieces of vegetables or fatty chunks of meat. The stringy texture, interrupted with what looks to be short and sparse fur. When asked about the ingredients, my private cook Grania only smiles and tries to placate me. My only wish is to serve you, my lord. I'm kind of intrigued. I think that's one of the cannibal events. Despite my best efforts, I was not able to gain access to the kitchens in a way that would not arouse Granya's suspicions. Ah, well. Right. So, rise of the Scots. Though they share common origins with the other Anglo-Saxons, the clans living in northern Britain's lowlands have adapted to life in the rugged terrain. Diverging culturally and linguistically from their former countrymen, these Scots have enthusiastically embraced their new cultural identity. So if we look in the Cultures tab now, we can see that the Scots have appeared in this small enclave in Scotland. Good for them. Good for them. My son! Fuilchu, after our, in honor of our great champion, why not? And we're being raided. Oh, dear. Let's pause her there a second. Raise the armies. And go and save our territory. Good boys yourselves. And we got some money from that too, which is grand. So, our armies just have to be replenished, and we can... Oh dear. The High Kingdom of Meath looks like it might split off soon. Oh no, it's fine. Next in line for succession. Okay, I thought because it said rank 2 that we weren't going to get it, but... I can vassalize this lot. Hell yeah, I will. Instead of having to invade him. Another son. Gil Christ. That's nice. Nice song. Nice name, sorry. Right. The Dalfiatach are all that stands in our way of a united Ulster. Hush now, Gilchrist. Yeah, let's get a physician. Start the search for a physician. Hush now, don't cry. We're gonna get the most expensive one, of course, because they're usually the best. Let's send this guy a gift, perhaps. No, we need 25. My dynasty is unlocked. Bounteous loins. Oh. Bounteous loins. Bounteous loins. Interesting. Interesting trait. Looks like we'll be having a lot of children soon, even though we've been having loads right now. Orla has been asking me for a wooden champion for a long time, and I told her that I would get her one in 3 months if she displayed more focus in her studies. She's been redoubling the effort of her studies, so I would never deceive you, Orla. Good wee Orla. Doing your studies, that's what matters. Ooh, call to war in Europe. I think. No, in Scotland. Yeah, I'll come in on that. Why not? Hang on, let's raise the armies. Raise the men. Right. So our poor allies over in the Isle of Man are being bet. Let's put my good self in charge of this army, I think. Ooh. Ooh. This does not bode well for us. Right, what we're gonna do is go quickly invade their capital. Ah, Christ, looks like there's a lot of baddies joining the war, and these guys look like they could be going over to Ireland. Nope. Back to the old man. Let's see if we can't win this war for our men or our allies. I'm actually going to put our best man in charge here. I don't trust myself. We're heavily outnumbered in this war, so we're going to need the best of the best. Wait, can I call my allies to war? No, because it's not my war, of course. Wow, okay, we've actually reached 100% war score just because we took their capital. Anyways, let's focus on this. Over the years, I've received a great deal of portrait from various noblewomen, both foreign and local. Until now, they have mostly gathered dust in some attic. Perhaps I should bring them out and select my next romantic pursuit. Aha! Since we are quite the ladies' man, we will indeed go for that. Right, who are we looking at? Countess Amalverga attached a very long and amiable letter to her portrait. At the very end, she urges me to write back soon, but only if you exceed a height of 6 feet. She's young, lustful, fortune builder, callous, fickle. Why not? Why not? This woman, I think not. Ooh, Queen Hildegard. Yes, I think so. Of where? Where is this? Yes, Spain, right? Yes. I think so. A queen is rather my taste. This woman. No, thank you. Nah. Jeez, how many of these are gonna be? Queen, yes. Any queens are a yes, just because I like annoying the hell out of kings. Right. I only care about winsome Leodegundis. Right, we're gonna go with the Queen of Pamplona. Excellent. Right, anyways, we actually won. We were at 100% war score for a wee while, but they seem to have decided not to go ahead with that. I was shocked when I caught Fina trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting chieftain Donegal. She blamed a game another child had invented, but I could tell she was lying. You have to learn to get away with your lies, child. Come on. You can do better than that. You can do better. Look at this Egypt, right? We were at 100% war score, yeah. And our ally could have called it, you know, hey, we win, blah, blah, blah. But nope. He wanted to carry on, and now we're back down to 57% war score, and it's not looking too good, because look at this. They've just captured the capital now. Boy. Just the level of unintelligence, it's shocking. Shocking. Alright, let's wait for our armies to replenish. We're going to increase the army sizes a little bit. We're going to add some horsemen and more bowmen. Now we are hemorrhaging prestige, but I can simply call a hunt. It will look beautiful in my great hall. I think so. Indeed it shall. Does this man want vassalage? No, -4. Returning from the wild, 150 prestige. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll hold off on any other events for now. Oh, alright. Couple notifications here. Scheme, or yes, sorry, first one was correct. Intrigue lifestyle perk. We're gonna go right to left until we reach schemer, so not much thought put into that. And the kingdom, sorry, right, this is gonna get real confusing real quick. The chieftain of the Isle of Man, of the county of the Isle of Man, is calling me to war against the tyranny of the Duke of the Isle of Man, who actually doesn't even personally own the territory of the Isle of Man, but instead owns the territory of Thetford. Sorry, yarn thing, whatever. Yes, Kent, isn't it? I'm probably much mistaken, but no, Kent's down there. How many troops are going to be involved? Not a lot. This is an easy war. I accept. I accept. Let's raise the troops. Let's move this over a little bit. We're gonna raise the troops here. And off to war. Down into England. A vicious, vicious war. Hopefully this man can hold his own in the Isle of Man. Or abandon it as well, that's fine. So we're gonna quickly mow down their capital. Hopefully. Oh, it's gonna take a while, isn't it? 15 months left. Wow. That's crazy. Meanwhile, these guys are going into Ireland. Dear, dear, dear. Well, Brashale comes of age. Time flies by, sure. Time flies by. They grow up so fast. Now, this siege isn't going to take nearly as long. So what I'm going to do, in fact, is station some besiegers here. Wow, only 65? I think not. We're gonna split the army in half. We are going to send this second army back to the homeland. Why would you go around, man? Why would you go around? You know what? I don't care. Just go the quickest way, okay? Owen was attempting to preach among his fellow youngsters. Never backed down from a challenge, Orla. Orla intervened and did what she could to protect him, as he became the target of a small fight. Sure, good man yourself. Children who lack guardians. She is doing a stewardship education. And Angus is doing a diplomatic education. Oh dear, looks like we are having a son with the Queen of Pamplona. Am I conquering my own territory? No, that's a peasant revolt. Alright. So we're gonna come over here and guard this area. Meanwhile, we're nearly capturing this. I'm passing through the castle gardens for a morning walk when a soft breeze carries the voices of Diarmait and Orla to my ears. The two courtiers are talking to each other in a secluded spot nearby, frequently glancing around to make sure nobody's listening. Well, it is hard for me to make out most of the words. It is clear that the discussion relates to Chieftain Donegal. If only I could get a wee bit closer. They seem to be discussing Donegal's private life and some unsavory habit of his. Ooh. All very interesting. I don't feel like wasting 80 quid, honestly, man. He will tell me what he knows, perhaps. We'll go with this one. And we actually, wow, that was successful, so. Fianna has been harboring a secret affection for Legra for some time. However, when she finally confessed her feelings, Legra responded harshly. The rejection seems to have made Fianna wary of any kind of attraction whatsoever. Let's get her the trait, vengeful trait, please. That sounds like quite the good idea. There's the war won. I swear to God, if my ally doesn't just call it here and now, there shall be war. There we are. Good stuff. Disband the armies, and I think at this point we are just about ready to invade Ulster. Let's press Chieftain Fullscreen's claims, I think. Perhaps. I don't want him to get too powerful, so let's not. Let's just conquer the county. Let's raise the armies under myself, of course. Let's go to war. Let's actually split the army here. Donegal is under siege. The weakness that has plagued my son is leaving, which is grand. Good job, Gilchrist. You're beating the plague itself. Right. Get into another battle there. Ah, they're heading back up. Ah, dear. Terrible misunderstanding, it would appear. Chase them down, for crying out loud. There we go. The war is won. Wonderful. Ulster is united. Ah, look at that. Look at that. We can see Ulster from space. It's beautiful. I can barely notice any of these big things when Ulster's there. Like, all I see is Ulster. I picture just Ulster painting the world. I'm a big Ulster, you know. But Ulster is united under the banner of Chonaill, and Donegal High Chieftain Wildord MacAngus of Ulster has done it. He has united Ulster, but there is much yet to come. We have to invade Southern Ireland, unite the clans, unite the kings of Ireland, and form the great High Kingship of Ireland. The true High Kingship of Ireland. The true High King will be this man here. It will be that man there. And it's gonna be grand. It's gonna be great. So before we end the episode, or rather, quite a short episode, in fairness, but we're just gonna sort some minor things, and then sure. I have so many children, man. Which one? You're going for the intrigue. Personal favorite, my child, a personal favorite. I need more champions. Sure. Let's see. Right. And who will I give? We'll give it to Chonaill, the Earldom of Dalfiata. Let's get him a wee bit of a marriage too. Preferably none of my daughters or anything. My courtier, and there we go. Oh, he won't accept. Never mind then. But sure, that's grand. Lot done this episode. We vassalized the Argwilla. We conquered Dalfiata, participated in the wars of the Isle of Man, 1 and 2. So he got rid of the previous guy, and now a child is in charge. Ah, well. Anyways, wait, how? So the Duchy of Yarnamoda isn't even in Yarnamoda, and the Duchy of Man isn't even on Man, but it is in where the Duchy of Yarnamoda should be. It's in Yarnamoda. Ah, Jesus, it's too confusing. Anyways, thank yous for watching this episode. Hopefully, you know, we got quite a few steps closer to forming the Kingdom of Ireland, the true Holy Kingdom in the north of Ireland. And next episode we're gonna get much farther. Hopefully we'll have a look at conquering these two chiefdoms, Ifalga and Kildara, maybe even Munster, maybe even Scotland or Wales or Cornwall or fucking France, Spain, who cares. We do have a lover in in Pamplona, who we're going to have to elope. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. That is interesting. We can secretly marry her. She won't accept because her husband has a strong hook on her, and she is wary of consequences. She likes her husband, and she isn't really getting married anymore. Sure, we can just marry her husband. Who knows? All things to look at. So, thank yous for watching, and I'll see yous in episode 4 of the Great Donegal campaign.